I believe that's overriding anything. Ain't here now.
That's what said.
Nope, I just
take them off my head.
Do re mi.
No.
Hold
on. Oh. Yeah, we can hear it now.
Did you say Paso Latif? Did you say Latif? Is that what you just said?
No, man.
Right.
I said do re mi first.
The game they were dealing.
We can hear it now. All right, guys. So, did anybody hear Beyonce's album?
Yes. It was awesome.
Oh, really? I'm gonna watch the movie tonight, but I'm not the album. I'm gonna watch the movie tonight. I'll watch the movie tonight. Okay, because I thought the Beehive would have heard it. I'm not a member of the Beehive. No, me either. I'm not a member of the Beehive. That is not a normal Beyonce CD.
Y'all need to go ahead and put on Don't
You were about to say we need to watch it while you have it on audio. So you were about to say y'all need to watch it.
Don't jealous me.
The playlist is up there. Like,
happy birthday,
go ahead, Brandy.
Happy birthday.
Appreciate it.
Birthday team.
Cheers, everyone.
Uncle Luke style. It's your birthday.
Go
Leo.
It's your birthday. Go Leo. It's your birthday.
You know, it's Leo season. As long as y'all know it's Leo season.
Where's Aquarius season every day, babe? That's funny. Hey, did you see that?
I don't understand why y'all want to keep having this conversation.
I don't understand. Aquarius season was years ago, right?
Years ago. Never. Yeah, Ebony, but
always in
we started the year off right.
Exactly.
Always. Even the king of the
Go
jungle.
ahead with your question, Jessica. Go ahead with your question.
Aquarius season came, and then we end up quarantined.
Go ahead with your question. Go ahead with your question now.
Dang,
I'm about to go on. I'm about to get on. Go ahead with your question now. Go ahead now.
I bet even if you pull up all the awesome celebrities that are
right, you can't even finish your statement. You can't even finish your statement.
Aquarius season came around, and then we ended up working from home.
Look at what we blessed you with. Look at what we blessed you with. You had to rest after.
We were able to turn up.
You had to take a siesta.
Aquarius season came, and the world shut down afterwards.
Great.
Just saying.
We the epicenter of coronavirus.
Clear.
Great transition into trolls. Hey, did you guys see? Meg Thee Stallion, she was shot, but did you see what 50 Cent did right after she got shot? What did he do? What did he do? He
put up he created a meme from Boys in the Hood and he superimposed
she was running
Megan.
Away from the car.
Right. So he put her face on Ricky and put who was the dude? What's his name?
Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez face on the dude in the red car, and she's running or what have you. But
that is raggedy.
But I like her response. She took the high road to a degree, because she was like, because she said
our forever first lady.
She said, what if that was your mother? Or what if that was your sister? What if that was your daughter or your aunt? You know what I'm saying? Would you still be making fun of the fact that they got shot or what have you? She was like, I could have died or whatever. I got shot. You know what I'm saying? And so now you're making fun of the what have you. And she put it on there. So then he came back and was like, oh man, I never thought of it like that. And then he apologized.
That's probably the first apology he doesn't apologize.
Right, and that's the first time he's ever done something like that. But then Megan followed it up. She was like, but I ain't worried about it. She was like, karma is a beat.
Yeah, wow.
I mean, but you also think about it. He's been shot. I was about to say.
He's
talking about somebody who's been shot. Right?
That's the wrong person to say. What if you got shot too?
Right.
She didn't say what if you got shot. She said what if your
mama.
But
your mama.
She had to. But think about it. Megan hasn't been in the game for a very long time. He has. So. There's a game you have to play.
He did. He apologized, but look, I want to know this. He apologized. everybody has recognized that not only is 50 Cent behind the scenes being executive producer for some of the top shows, but on social media, he is a big troll. Who is your favorite troll?
Yeah, he trolls. And he never apologizes either.
No, has never. No, that's right. That was like one of the first times he's ever apologized.
Imagine there's a generation of kids that know 50 Cent for him trolling versus his kids.
Right. Right.
Right. Because that's all he does is troll. He just trolls on everybody.
He had to respond. He
Grow
had to do
up.
something, right? That's what we
Grow
say.
up.
But look,
Oh, why?
He just needed to know about my new favorite song.
that's his thing.
What you say, Dana?
He just need to know about my new favorite song by Toby. What's his name? In Wig Wig. Try Jesus, don't try Jesus.
Right.
Listen, I need to know why did Tory Lanez shoot Megan Thee Stallion? I don't even know that. What
I
happened?
don't think they ever really truly came out.
there.
I don't think they came out. I don't think they came out with a reason.
You can find
That's
like
not one of them
alleged
Theories was
stories.
that she was apparently beating him up. So
I think
She went to turn the radio.
doing
So-
that.
She went to turn the radio, and he said, "Don't touch my radio."
Latif, get away.
And then she went and touched it again, and he said, "Damn it, I told you." And he went on ahead.
From what I heard was
That was one of the theories that, because apparently, she's Megan Thee Stallion. And she fits that, she's built like an Amazon. You know what I'm saying? So she's a thick girl, curvy, well-built, and apparently she was getting in that tail.
I think it was
In order to defend himself, I guess that's the only thing he felt he could do. Well,
He shot her in both of her It's like photobombing. Both feet.
You got trolls, baby.
You got trolls, real life trolls.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you what he did. I'm gonna tell you what he did. He shot her right in the pinky toe. He shot her right in the pinky toe.
He got that pinky toe.
He shot her in. Y'all, she was shot in. She was shot in both of her feet.
This girl.
She was shot in both of her
You touch
feet.
my radio one more time. Touch it. Go on, Cleaner. Touch it. Touch it. Touch it.
Look,
And she touched it, and he said,
look at Dana.
"Papa, I told you don't touch my radio. I told you."
I actually heard it was something with
I want to listen to 92.3 The Beat, and you gonna touch my radio?
they said it was something with Kylie Jenner
Kylie
actually.
Jenner.
Yeah, like they went to an event or they went to a party. Apparently, something started between him and Megan because of Kylie being there, and I think that he was showing her too much attention, or vice versa, or whatnot.
I heard that one too, William.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, a confrontation started between him and Megan, because I guess she
And
felt
then you
this.
end up shooting the girl because she mad because you passed somebody else too much attention. Are you kidding me?
The man took the talk.
This is a different generation. See, that's what I'm talking about, people.
I
I'm talking about people.
I don't see Meg Thee Stallion caring about no Tory Lanez like that.
Y'all, that boy shot her in both of her feet.
About Kylie.
No, listen. If you gonna go for somebody that's a Kardashian, you go for Kris Kardashian. That's the mastermind behind it all.
The mama.
The
Kris Jenner.
mama gangsta. Yes, the mama gangsta.
I'm gonna have to mute my second partner. Look, let's change gears. Tiffany Haddish. Did you guys see her talking to Carmelo Anthony?
No.
No.
I know she's bald headed now.
Yeah, she wants to be able to count all of her moles. But look, Carmelo has this podcast.
Wait, we just gonna go over that? Like you wanna count her moles?
Shut up.
You gonna let that ride? I mean, we just gonna let that ride? Okay,
It's a woman thing. It's a woman thing when you get
Brandy,
to a certain age.
Brandy,
I
you
got
want
to have things that you do that other people may not understand. You go through these changes. I talked to Mokita about it, and I told her that I shaved all of my hair off. Haven't you ever had this experience? And she told me, hell no. Never. I've never had that kind of experience, and I'm not shaving my hair off.
My hair at the hospital, I was upset. So
I'm not shaving my hair off. But look, so they're having this conversation, and he was talking about the fact that she's getting older, and her friends are asking her, what about kids? Like, are you going to have children? What's going on with you? You're getting older. And she kind of emotionally stated that she has a problem with bringing in kids that are black children into a racist society. And she feels a responsibility in not contributing to that. And I had to take a step back because, 11, 12 years ago when I was pregnant, it wasn't necessarily the world that we're in now, from an outright blatant attempt of racism. Latifah and Roy, what are y'all doing?
Roy is an idiot.
Your husband is crazy.
Y'all, you missed it. Latifah caught it.
But you said pregnant, started popping.
I was like, we being serious, and they playing games over there.
I'm trying to focus completely on the whole.
Okay, thank you. Yes. Thank you.
Carry on.
As a mommy right now, and having a black boy,
Yes.
I might have to have a drink after this. I was very hurt by where we are in this society, but also very transparent with my son. Like when my husband and my son got pulled over, and my husband had the conversation with him about keeping your hands visible to the police officer, making sure you have eye contact. All of this, it is an unjust society that we live in, and unfortunately, if you don't have kids right now, that's a valid thought to have. Not you're gonna bring a child into this racist society.
No, Jessica.
No.
What if her child is the Malcolm or Martin of the next generation, and he or she is the one that can change the trajectory? Like, you don't want to deny the world what could be something great. You know what I mean?
But the sad part about that, Mokita, is we feel that it's a closer degree of connection between your child being the other route, being the Trayvon, instead of being the John Lewis or Martin Luther King. So that degree of separation is shorter than
But go ahead.
I had to talk with my daughter. I never thought that I would have to talk with my daughter. It's like it's progressing. We used to have to talk because everybody was afraid of black men and black boys. But now you have to talk with all of your kids, no matter whether it's a girl or a boy. But I still don't know if I would not bring children into the world because of that. You can't. That's like racism stopping. Like
She had a bad upbringing too. So that changes your whole mindset. She was more the parent to her siblings, so she has a different outlook on that, period. And then her parent wasn't a parent like they needed to be for her, so she has a different outlook on that. She doesn't have so it's not the same that first time might be coming from.
My thing with that is that it is scary because I got a son. He's 22, and he a lot like me. I mean, I'm just like strong-headed, whatever, strong-minded, whatever. And just like you say, you might worry because we knew Trayvon. We were close friends with Trayvon. He was one of Trayvon's, but at the same time, just like Makita said, you can't, because you got people out there that can't have kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Having a kid is a blessing, regardless.
Right.
You know, now if you in the Bible they say, if you shun your blessings, or you don't really, it'll be taken away from you. So now if she couldn't have kids, I think it'd be a different conversation. Not saying that she's wrong or anything like that.
Right, because her truth is her truth. Right.
But we gotta ride. Like I tell a lot of guys that I went to school with, and they're like, "Oh, we're the leaders, we're the leaders." I'm like, "Well, you 50 years old.
It's you.
We are the leaders."
It's you.
Right.
Yeah.
Malcolm, all them, they
similar to what Tiffany had said. I was working at my very first airline job, and I was flying with this dude. He was older, and I was like, "So you married?" He was like, "Yeah." I said, "Any kids?" He was like, "Nah, I won't have kids." I said, "Okay, so you guys gonna work on getting something, whatever." He was like, "Nah." I was like, "Oh." And so I'm thinking that do I can have kids or something like that. He was like, "No, we can have kids." He said, "I just don't want to bring any kids into this society." And I was like, "This society?" And he was like, "Yeah, man, with all the killings and all this and that and the ideology and stuff like that." And that was the first time that I ever heard that. And when I sat back and thought about it, I was like, man, that's pretty admirable of him. I mean, to take that hardcore stance to not want to bring another life into this world because of all the ill-gottens or what have you. But then I thought about my life, and I thought about the lives of other people or what have you. And of course, the person that I was with, of course, was white. And so I'm thinking about my life, and I was like, yeah, but your life ain't nowhere near what I went through.
Right. Yeah.
And so therefore, if you saying that, I damn sure should be saying it like a long time ago. So I should have been saying it a long time ago. You know what I mean? So that was the first time that I heard something about that. And to come into the society is like we keep saying, we don't know if that was going to be the next. If that was going to be the next Obama, we don't know if that was going to be the next, what's the young lady name that does all the shows?
Oprah.
Oprah or whoever. But we don't know. So that's an opportunity.
I don't know.
But that was. Thank you, April. I appreciate it.
Oh man.
But
Look, speaking of Oprah, did you guys see the next cover of Oprah magazine where she has Breonna Taylor on it, and she went ahead, and that's historic because as long as Oprah's magazine has been out, she has never had anybody else on her cover of her magazine. Oh wow! Except herself, and so this time she has a beautiful picture of Breonna Taylor, and she wanted everyone to know that her life mattered. She spoke with her mom, Tamika, to get approval to be able to place her photograph there, and basically just to pay homage to her life. What, Dana?
What? Get arrested. That's what can she get them arrested? That's what I want.
Well, Oprah could do it.
She gonna bring.
I
thought they said the FBI opened a case, an investigation on it.
She probably could.
Look, man, we need them to be arrested. Damn, opening up the case.
Who needs
I need them to go.
They should have been arrested then.
Long time ago.
You know what I'm saying? Like there was no time frame from when they shot her ass. So why is there a time frame for arresting people?
Latif, you gonna get muted. You gotta stop cursing.
Golly, Brianna, I'm sorry.
We're reaching out to our producer, Basil.
I apologize.
We might need a.
Y'all do know it's Leo season. Y'all know it's Leo season, right?
Y'all didn't see what Latif is drinking.
Did y'all see that video?
Look, they gotta start somewhere. So if it's an investigation, then damn it, just open the investigation.
You too. You might be drinking the same thing. Buzz too. Oh man. There you go.
Did anybody see Ryan Whitaker video?
What video?
Ryan Whitaker.
Who is that?
I know that name.
It was a white guy.
Well, there you go.
The neighbors called and said it was domestic violence. So the police came and knocked on the door. Now this about 1-2 o'clock in the morning, and they bammed on the door. So the dude came. Anybody bam on your door late at night, you don't know who it is.
Not bam.
So bam, bum, bum, bum.
Bamming on my door.
Bum, 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 bum.
So the dude had his weapon in his hand. He had his weapon in his hand, and he had, when he realized it was the police, he put it behind his leg. Kill him dead.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
So my thing is that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of these people that remain silent, and it's not just our problem anymore.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not always been our problem. We talk about our problems. We don't know what other people talk about. We talk about our problems, right?
But the thing is that now, you know, social media has made the world smaller.
Right.
Now you see what's going on. So the same people that say, okay, well, you know, y'all have a problem with obeying. Now they can see this video and be like, they ain't gonna even say nothing.
Yeah.
Because I got a lot of them I go at them and they leave me alone.
Well, that's the double standard.
But the silence though, what I saw earlier, I don't know if y'all saw this video with Kirk Franklin and the other pastors, the other white pastors and stuff.
It was a great story.
It was a great dialogue. But that was one of the reasons why we changed our membership back to my home church. Because there were a few incidents that happened socially in America. I think one was like the Trayvon Martin deal. They didn't say nothing about it at this particular church that we were attending.
So let me interject and bring people up to speed with what you're referring to, Mr. Battle. So Kurt Franklin had a conversation. He was on TBN, and he was invited along with 3 other pastors, and they were talking about race and the inability of the church to take the front route of equality. White pastors preaching to multi-denominational, intergenerational, multi-race, ethnicities church, and not ever speaking to the ills and the racism that exists in society. And so as a result of it, those pastors who were white, who have black people in their congregation, and not talking about Trayvon Martin, not talking about Breonna Taylor, any of the other injustice situations that have occurred, that they have to address it. And it has to start with God. And if God is not in the front, if God is not leading the path to dealing with systematic racism, then shame on you for leading a congregation and not being held accountable for the sheep that you're supposed to be bringing into awareness. And denouncing all of the racism. So there was racism that has been embodied in church. And so what happened is, let me mute Dana, because Dana's having fun.
It's almost like
what
the
happened was, Kurt Franklin was having this conversation with these non-black pastors, and they were talking about the fact that non-black pastors have to address systematic racism from the pulpit, to call it out and to call a spade and to denounce it so that there can be change in America. And it had to start with God. And they weren't doing it.
Yeah, that's
and that was, because of that, the teacher said the white church, and the white church was not talking about the situations that were happening in America and completely ignoring it, talking about the kumbaya moment and trying to cast a shadow over reality. And the reality for black people is that we deal with racism every day. And for you not to speak out on it is an injustice. Okay, Latif, I believe they're up to speed. Go ahead.
Okay. So now that everybody's up to speed, thank you, Mrs. Marcus. I appreciate that. So I was attending this church, and like I said, the first incident was the Trayvon Martin deal. Nothing was said. Okay. You may want to dust it over, what have you. But it was the church is a very good church, and it's a multicultural church, what have you. It's led by, of course, one white dude, but they have other pastors who are also black. Like, I think they have 2 other pastors that are black, or what have you. So then the Charleston thing happened, and so I was like, okay, let me see what this leader. Let me see what this pastor is going to say.
No, what really want to say, Latif.
I'm not. Had your finger on the button. Your finger ready.
Ready.
So I said I wanted to see exactly what this pastor is going to say.
You in
And so,
underwear.
Okay, she got it.
She got it.
She was
Turn
getting
the
straight.
video off instead of.
So y'all got it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Hey, listen.
So
That was good.
So then.
He committed to the story.
I'm committed. I'm not gonna keep
Right.
going.
Stupid.
I'm
So
good with
You
it.
were giving them chance after chance. We got it.
I'm good with it.
And then you just left them because that church is trash. Whoever it is.
Get a friend.
Brady said, call a spade a spade.
Because he said a prayer, and then at the very end of the service, he gonna mention it like it was a cliff note, and I was like, "Oh hell, my ass about this, mom."
To be feeding my soul, if
Just
you
reel it
can't
in, big dog.
directly relate to the issues that are affecting me and my family in my life. I'm in the wrong place. How you gonna feed my soul? You can't. You can't.
So that's what we left.
Jessica, you need to bring land the plane. Land Latif plane. He the pilot, but he can't land it yet.
I did land it. I landed it. So we left.
Hey, you know when you about to land at the airport, they circle around the city like 12 times.
Williams.
I'm giving y'all an aerial tour.
Latif, you was
Y'all
like,
can't appreciate what
take my money out of the collection plate.
This is
Take his money out of the collection plate.
Let's go to this. Let's go to this. I got two quick things. Let's just wrap it up. Did you guys see Joe Biden? He was getting ready to give this speech, and he was walking around with this paper, and it had Kamala Harris's name written at the top. Did you see that? No.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Are you saying it was paper with Kamala Harris' name at the top?
He was giving a speech, and not just that he had any random piece of paper. It was his talking point.
Okay, I
see
see
it.
it.
Yeah,
She's at the top of the list.
and it was at the top.
Who do you all want to be the running mate? Who are you rooting for?
But I think the question is he a good running mate? That's the
No, my
question.
question to you is who are you all rooting for? Like, who do you want to be?
It don't matter if he root for it. If she already.
Look, I don't even know. I just want that orange dude out of there.
I know that's right. I'm with you, Dana.
Look,
I just put anybody black. That's like Easter egg.
From Florida.
Oh
What?
my God.
The
The lady,
Florida?
the police officer, no, she's not coming. No.
Listen, I don't care.
Let's
If
move on
somebody-
from Florida.
I don't care if it's somebody black. I just want somebody to be right by the country. I mean, this has really been embarrassing for the last several years. So the reality is that, this is about righteousness at the end of the day. It's about lives. It's about moving forward out of the situation that we're in. I mean, you got people that are homeless. You got people that are out of jobs. Can somebody move the needle forward? That's all I want to question.
But one of the things you can say that he has enlightened. It's been enlightenment because you thought you had this person next to you, and when he showed up, you realized exactly what it was.
Exactly. I 100% agree with you, Dana.
Latif, I need you to take that Bluetooth out because I'm hearing echo. And we went over this in our pre-production meeting.
He was trying to be trendy.
You just want to
Look, I'm gonna slide this in real quick.
go ahead and mute you. Mokita, what were you saying?
Man was trying to be trendy.
Look at Roy. Look at Roy. Mokita first. Okay,
Look, Brandon, I don't know what Brandon got, but she got some old double up.
I said I want Keisha Lance's father.
That's them.
I think that it'll be too much resistance
because of her.
Keisha, yes.
Are you saying between her and Joe Biden, or you think people?
No, not between her and Joe Biden. Just her and.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, right. From what I understand, Joe Biden's camp is a hot mess right now. Mm-hmm. It's a hotbed. I heard they can't even get along right now.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. Are you serious? I'm not.
There's a hot mess going on in that campaign.
I didn't hear that
together, Joe.
I know.
I mean, you start off saying
in a hurry.
Yeah, I think Joe think he black right now. I don't know from talking about what he did back in the day with black folk and.
He said it. He said, if you don't vote for me, you're not black.
Yeah, he said, let's not talk about that.
It's fine. Listen.
And when you go
at the end of the day, I'll take him over the orange too. That's what he said lately.
Let's just go on ahead and move on.
Wrap it up because this ain't ending well. We keep that in the house. We keep that in the house.
Let's end on this really good note. Did you guys hear about the virtual restaurant? No. Yes, Tyga has a virtual restaurant. Have you ever heard of such a thing? Tyga, he's rapper, pop star.
Explain this concept.
Tell me what that's about. Yeah. Okay, so it's supposed to be launching around the world this week, and it's through Grubhub. So he has what's called a Tiger Bite and a number of other little tapas type entrees. It's all grilled chicken. And what he does is, let's just say there's a restaurant in Miami who has gone out of business because they're not able to continue. You can sign up through Tiger Bites on the website and become an official supplier for Tiger Bites here in Miami. You create Tiger Bite in your restaurant, and you call Grubhub to order your Tiger Bite, and Grubhub which is the official supplier. You cook it in your kitchen, you serve it, you put it in all of the Tiger Bite type of branded takeout containers with the bag and everything, and then Grubhub brings it to you. That's nice. I mean, it be a restaurant, or can my mama do it? Your mama can do it if she has a license. Absolutely. If she has a license to serve food from her kitchen, then she can.
It's genius. I mean,
that's a great idea.
It's revolutionary.
He's got like 12 different flavors, and you franchise it basically. And it's only done through Grubhub. Yeah, it's gangster.
And it's helping them stay alive.
Well, it's probably gonna be nasty though. It's probably not gonna taste good.
Oh my gosh!
Well, it depends on who cooking it.
That was funny.
Most of them gimmicks.
Tiger Bites is gonna be McDonald's chicken nuggets.
Oh gosh! No.
I'm talking about McDonald's chicken nuggets.
Watch it be McDonald's chicken nuggets.
No, that is not at all McDonald's chicken nuggets.
But I think what he's done, he's created a blueprint. So if it's not Tiger, he's created a blueprint for the restaurant industry.
Right. Yeah, it's very innovative, and any restaurant around the world can do the exact same thing. I think he's created a blueprint of success during this COVID-19 era. And if I were in the restaurant business, I actually would buy into the concept and create a partnership through some type of national distributor myself.
So can we
let's think about this though.
Exactly.
We're not about to be quarantined forever though. Like, let's think about this though. Like, what's really the longevity of it, right? Because we're not going to be sitting at home all day for years on end. You know what I mean?
However, William, people still order from Grubhub and all of that stuff. They still order from that. They order. I don't know if you do it where you're living right now. Maybe you know something about in Tampa.
But did I? I just got some Chipotle.
No. But here people have like little, but not that they order Grubhub or whatever, but they order food from people's own establishments that are not storefront restaurant, right? So it's a guy that cooks conch and shrimp and everybody waits for him on Fridays and Saturdays, and you go get your food. This is not a it's not a chain restaurant, but no, it's in Richmond Heights. Not Opa-locka. But it's in Richmond Heights. So, but we wait for him. Like we wait for him to
Can we
get
say
his
the
food.
name of it? We need to get
She's trying to
Danny's
get
Conch
his name is Danny. The
Danny's
Conch.
She's trying to hold out on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cocktail.
And then I used to get
right now.
I used to get stuff from a girl. She made conch salad. She made
what was her name?
Drinks.
It was Wheat.
Gimme me. Used to have the drink and the conch salad on the weekend. Like it was just, you go to these different little places. And that was way before COVID, but it was just something you look forward to. And people still order, call in the order, go pick it up, have somebody deliver some food to you. That happened way before COVID. So there is a possibility for it to last because
yes, it is.
People still don't go anywhere.
When I was in Atlanta, Justina was doing it, and she would send me pictures of these beautiful drinks that giving me what you can go to her house and pick it up. And I'm like,
we used to go together.
It was what was it? Every we used to call it Friday turn up.
Friday
we gotta go get a turn up.
Yes. That was our thing. We used to look forward to Friday and have our little money ready.
Turn up. Yes.
Because you
Honey, you're gonna have to invite Kendrick next week, cause if he get in the back of Ebony one more time, he just need to have his own camera.
I've been looking for my dog. I'm like, where my dog at?
He in the background.
You said
hi, David. Behind us.
He like an apparition just walking around.
Okay, and last question. Go ahead, Pitt.
Did you all watch the DMX and Snoop Dogg verses?
Oh my gosh, those memes were hilarious.
I missed it.
He said
the memes were hilarious. They said that DMX was sitting on the chair like a girl at the club with her feet hurting. That was hilarious.
Yes.
Hilarious. Oh my gosh.
The funny thing was
he was rocking back and forth on his feet like this.
After one verse,
like an old
Snoop was walking.
I look at them and I was like,
he was like, man, I gotta sit down.
What I look like.
Oh my gosh.
I need to take a break. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Hold on, y'all. Let me go.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was.
But the music was phenomenal.
The music is the
What is it?
Took me right back to that time. It was awesome. Snoop was a great host. It was a really good time. But
They have all been very good times.
It was. But DMX, boy, hey, just walk around the block once a day, dog. You know what I'm saying?
DMX was sitting there rocking.
I'm not gonna lie.
DMX needs some cardio, man.
I didn't watch it because DMX is one of them people that make you nervous. You don't know what's gonna happen, so I was like, I'm not here for that.
Well, listen, he was too tired to let anything happen.
That's right.
That's funny.
And listen, it was so bad, he'll get one bark in and he'll just sit down. All that.
One ball, one ground.
I need to catch my breath.
That's funny.
Damn, bro.
David said that Snoop Dogg was the best hype man ever. Jody has been commenting the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, Jody has, she's our top fan. She wants women for VP. She thinks that Tyga's idea is innovative. And Dexter says this is a great show. Ava says restaurants have a new life.
I'm a rough.
And Ava said that that DMX and Snoop episode was the best versus